So I want to throw a big shout out to my friend Monica. I haven't grown garlic in a couple of years, and I didn't have any garlic seed stock. And I contacted her this fall, and she told me she would save me some garlic seed, or seed garlic, I should say. And she did. She saved me a bunch of red Russian, which, by the way, this was the most productive stuff that I did in the tests that I did back on the farm in, I think, 2018 or 2019. I did a garlic. Well, I grew a bunch of garlic, a bunch of different varieties. I did a bunch of testing and weighing and all that kind of stuff to determine what was most productive yield wise and that sort of thing. And red Russian, I think we had 4 or 5 times the amount of garlic out that we put in. So 4 or 5 times the weight that we planted. And that was the one that performed the best out of all of them. I did red Russian, German white, a Vietnamese garlic, an Italian garlic, and 1 or 2 others. And those didn't do so well. The German white did very well. I've always had good success with that. And the red Russian did even better than that. So I'm super excited to have some red Russian garlic here. I'll have to break these down into cloves and find a spot either on the farm or somewhere here to plant them. These will not be eaten. None of these will be eaten, and none of next year's crop probably will be eaten either. My goal is to rebuild my seed stock in garlic because I want a huge amount of seed stock, and it takes a couple of years to get that up. I think she said there were like 8 or 9 cloves in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm sorry, 8 bulbs, and each bulb looks like it has maybe 6 or 8 cloves ish in there. So that should give us about 50 garlic plants to start off. And if those survive and do well into next year, we'll have seed stock to start ramping up. And by year 3 or 4, I should be able to start actually producing and selling some garlic, or at least having some of my own to eat. Monica has been growing garlic for a long time. She's an expert at it, and she grows it in raised beds, and she does a great job of it. And I'm so thankful and grateful to have this still growing, still going, to have her share this seed stock with me. I plan to ramp it up. And then if she ever has trouble with her garlic, I'll be happy to share back with her. So big thank you, Monica. I'm super stoked. April 21st or 22nd. Not sure. It's Sunday. Pick a date. Days are going by in a complete blur. Very busy on the farm. But I went back and reviewed the garlic critical points of influence video, and I realized I didn't really zoom in super close and let you get a good look at these. So just a real short update. I wanted to take you in and let you have a closer look at the plants. These are the garlic that I grew. Well, these are the seed from the garlic that I grew last year. And these are the ones that I didn't grow. So you can see there's a massive difference in color. You can see there's a lot more leaves set out here on these than on these. Alright, well, here's the garlic. It's really blowing up with the warm weather and the nutrient shot. And I'm sure you can see the definitive difference between my garlic seed and other. It's almost twice as tall and almost twice as many leaves on, and at least twice as dark in color. So, rocking along. Just thought I would give a quick shot of it because it's growing so fast. Don't want you to miss it. June 7th, 2017. So this is kind of a combination of a garlic critical points of influence update, as well as something else we're going to go over in just a minute. I just want to point out that the escapes are starting to emerge in these garlic. So we're headed toward completion of the crop pretty soon, which is exciting. You can still see a massive definitive difference between the seed that was under my care last year and had trace mineral nutrition available and present throughout the season versus the stuff that was not under my care. Along those lines, I saved 2 garlic bulbs from last year. And I just want to point out that these were stored at room temperature since harvest last year. I think July 22nd might be. But basically end of July, and it is now June 7th. And so we're about a month and a half away from 1 full year of storage without rotting or mold or any of that kind of stuff. And actually, this one is just starting to sprout now here in June. And so room temperature, I mean like between 60 and 80 degrees ever since last year. And actually, end of the season, it would have been more like 85, 90. So I'm just going to pull some of these apart quick and let you have a look at these cloves. Are still full, healthy, firm, and there's no mold on them. So this is one of the other benefits of growing plants in a truly healthy system with all the trace minerals present and biology and building healthy soils. You get much longer storage out of the same plant without refrigeration and without molding and things going bad on you. So you can see this one's starting to sprout a little bit as well. So that whole bulb is solid. We'll pop this one apart and have a tear through. And yeah, we got a few ants in there. That's interesting. Don't know when those little guys get in there. But so this is basically 11-month-old garlic stored at room temperature. And none of it went bad. You can see this little bit here. I think that's from the ants chewing on it, actually. So I just want to point out that not only do truly healthy plants grow bigger and stronger, not only do they have disease and pest resistance, but they also store much longer. And I don't mean in refrigeration, I mean at room temperature. I've had this with squash before too. I think I pulled 9 months out of delicata squash. Room temperature, same thing. So this is just another one of the benefits of addressing trace mineral nutrition and building healthy soils and putting biology in and on the seeds and soils, and not using pesticides, not using herbicides. Those have a negative impact on biological systems. Anytime you have "icide" in a word, it's designed to take out life, and that's pesticides, herbicides, and down the list. So just another example. I think that's all for now. I've been meaning to get to this video for a couple of weeks, but fortunately the garlic will keep. Thanks for watching the Pharmacy Seeds Network. August 11th, 2018. Well, the garlic is off the stalks and pretty well sorted. I got a couple music and Vietnamese I still have to get the roots off of, but everything else is processed down and weighed, and we crunched some numbers with some interesting results. We got 12 pounds of the high nutrition German white from that 36-foot row. I'll put the chart of the ratios and input and output harvest weights and all that stuff up in this video. But in general, I'll just go over some things quick here. So 12 pounds of the high nutrition German white from the 36-foot row. The 4 or 5 rows of the Garlic Festival German white seed yielded 36 pounds total. I did not weigh the music or Vietnamese yet because we got to get the roots off, and obviously that would change our weight. The Red Russian did super well this year. Very impressed. I believe we had 4 rows of that in, and we got 53.4 pounds or something like that off of it. And that is some really beautiful stuff. It grew really well. We got lots of nice, good seed size garlic, so I'm going to go real hard on that for next year's crop, because that seems to be a super productive one. Here's the other 2 boxes of that. I'm just going to focus on the 2 varieties that are really good yielders. I guess I'll just show you quickly the Spanish Roja, and that was 4.1 pounds. So that was 2 pounds in and 4.1 pounds out. So basically 2 X's for what you put in to what you get out. The high nutrition German white yielded about 5, almost exactly 5 times as much out as you put in, exactly, or very close to 5 even. So that was fantastic. The low nutrition German white, I don't remember what the ratio was, and I think it was like 2 to 1. So it performed about the same as Spanish Roja, which is kind of sad given that this did a 5 to 1. And then the Red Russian blew all of these away, even though this was not grown in high nutrition, or at least to my knowledge, last year. That did 5.45 pounds out for every pound planted. So that did really well. I just want to do a quick follow-up and update on the garlic CPI video here, and give a shot of everything kind of processed down. And like I said, I'll throw the chart up here so you can see input-output ratios and all that. But just wanted to kind of finish up the garlic season camera-wise and YouTube-wise. And I hope you appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope this information helps someone. And I hope that you'll like, subscribe, comment, and interact with us here on the YouTube channel and elsewhere. Thanks for watching the Pharmacy Seeds Network.